Hi Aries, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. I'm going to give you your first proofread for the month of March 2021. So here we go. I'm using the Druidcraft Tarot, which is, a favorite of mine. I love doing it. I love using this deck. I'm gonna light this candle again. All right, here we go. My cards always blow that candle out. That's why I always have a candle somewhere else. That's right, let's bellow this sage. Oh, okay. Okay, Aries. I like it. Let me do one more for you. You're getting ashes all over. So the two cards that have fallen out are actually, in regards to work and career, right? And serving your purpose in whatever kind of way. I'm going to get to those. Let me just lay these cards out that have fallen out. I don't know if I need any clarifiers for you now because you had all these cards fall out. So you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is actually Sun in Virgo. This is talking about ironing out the details of something and trying to get some consistency and some strength behind a project that you could be trying to, finish, or something that you could be trying to do. So Aries, the Eights are really also talking about having the courage and motivation to continue and to keep going. You know what I mean? You identify with whatever it is that you're doing because you've put in the time, the energy, and the effort to do so. You know what I mean? This is talking about finessing something, ironing out the details, making sure that it's the same quality each and every time. And if it's not about keeping a consistent quality of something, it's definitely about improving something. So someone could be giving you some advice, or you could be taking a course, or you could just be learning something new. You could be trying something new and just doing something differently than you have done it before. And you could be really focused on trying to make that feel very strong, right? Or you could just be having to adapt to some changes, and you're doing that very well. You're still staying motivated. You are, also putting your mind to the test, or you're putting your skills to work. You know what I mean? That's what this is also talking about. This is sharpening something, whatever it is. This is also producing money and making more money, or maybe something is coming in for you. That's an opportunity, right, to have something happen. This is Sun in Virgo, right? So the Sun is also speaking of opportunity and what you're passionate about, right? So think about what you're passionate about and do that. And then the High Priestess here, which is talking about breaking free of your limitations. So the way that you saw yourself before isn't always the way that you're going to have to see yourself moving forward in the future. This is saying that, the wake-up call or the slap in the face is that things are always going to have to change and evolve and mature. And maturing may mean that it might have to morph into something else, because this is related to the fifth house of creativity, which is ruled by the Sun, which is veiling Neptune in an esoteric way, right? And this is also related to Venus, which is connected to the fifth ray of consciousness, I believe. And this is a 5, so it's related to Taurus. And then that's connected to Vulcan at the same time. So we're talking about how we can change something and make it differently, right? We may have had these expectations before. We might have been trying to conserve something that doesn't want to be sustained. You know what I mean? So it's time to think differently, or look at something differently, or see the potential in change as being a good thing rather than a bad thing, or something that's being ripped from your hands or something like that. You have a different, you have different, phases of life. And sometimes one will transform into the other. Don't see it as a bad thing. Pluto isn't necessarily, it's in its detriment in Taurus, but it's actually in its exaltation, I believe, in Leo. Some people would say Virgo. Anyway, so yeah, this card is saying it almost just makes sense that change would be inevitable, right? This says nothing lasts forever. And if you want to hold on to your limitations or hold on to the ways that you feel like things should be, then you could actually be getting in your own way, right? So the high priest or the Hierophant shows us how we could be getting in our own way, and we need to change sometimes, right? This is also like materializing something, right? You could be getting in your own way and could be preventing something from materializing because you are rejecting flexibility, or maybe you're not allowing yourself to be as flexible as you need to be, right? But then the Hierophant is also, it's kind of like a marriage card. Yeah, so there could be some conflict there. You could be having some realizations there in terms of like what marriage means, or in terms of like who you are and what you do and why you do it. You know what I mean? Some of the old belief systems that you have are changing, and that's good. See value in your belief systems changing sometimes. Sometimes you're more of a, you are the force that you have to reckon with a lot of the times, if that makes any sense. Right, the World card. It's talking about karmic change, it's talking about evolution, and it's also accepting change and accepting evolution, right? And accepting that you have outgrown something. Now it's time to create something else, something different, right? It's time to innovate our lives, right? This could be intimidating, right? This could seem like it's going to be a lot of work, or you might just feel like, I don't know. This is also abandoning an old aspect of yourself, right? But it's also being able to accept all of the ways that you have changed. And that's why you're able to, because you've done it in different phases, right? Slowly, you've realized, you've understood, okay? A little bit more each time. But it took effort, it took, years of going through something and realizing this, right? Different chapters, okay? And this is now not feeling victimized by the experience. You actually are feeling like you are able to take some part of yourself back, or take some part of yourself with you, even though you're leaving part of yourself behind, if that makes any sense. Okay, so it's okay. Let me go ahead and look at what this card is. Right, the Four of Swords talks about how you were trying to please other people, you know what I mean? Or you were trying to identify with some kind of reality that your relationships may have, all your relationships everywhere have projected or have made you think or realize that they should be. You know what I mean? This Four is talking about, sometimes you fear spending time by yourself, or you fear what comes up in your head when you spend time by yourself. This is kind of like wearing yourself out or exhausting yourself by trying to please everyone in your relationships, right? So now you need to pull back, right? You need to think about what it is that you need and what it is that you want, right? What's going to be best for you. And, this is some R&R, some rest and recover, some space, boundaries, right? You need boundaries in some kind of way. Why am I saying this, though? Okay. It's just getting your thoughts in order and not letting yourself be distracted by too many things. You know what I mean? Right? You have a lot to think about. The moon. Okay, so you got the world and you got the moon. So this is like some opposing energy. You know, the moon is kind of like that maternal energy. This is talking about emotional growth, right? And it's needing to release the past in some kind of way. You know, you have an emotional attachment to the past, right? The World card is saying you need to let go of something. So the moon is like what you fear and how you understand what it is that your experience has shown you, right, has illuminated for you through all of your experiences, what it is that you need to heal from, right? Because the moon is also talking about evolutionary healing, right? Cycles, okay? Be aware of cycles, you know what I mean? Understand where these patterns are coming from, you know? Okay? What is the pattern here? What is the emotional pattern? What is the pattern of like you keep analyzing this emotion, or you keep having this feeling that you kind of might even be a little bit afraid of, right? I don't know what it's telling you. You know where it's kind of like guiding you or leading you. This is going to be a little bit longer. The Ten of Wands is saying that you've come to the end of something. The Ten of Cups has said that you've come to the end of something too. Emotional satisfaction. You know, you have to, you know, where are you seeking your emotional satisfaction? You know, what's ideal? You know, this could be that you're all over the place. You're kind of like putting your efforts in all of these different places. But the Ten of Cups is saying like, where do I find, because it's a 10, where do I find happiness and satisfaction? What fulfills me emotionally, okay? And what am I most passionate about or most passionate towards? The Ten of Cups also asks you, you know, it's career, and then it's family. It's career, and then it's relationships or love. It's career, right? And then it's also kind of like emotional well-being too, right? So you have to ask yourself, is all of this leading to my emotional well-being, right? And what do I feel like I need to let go of that I've been holding on to for quite some time with Saturn and Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius is like the centaur, okay? Is that what it is? And Saturn is weight and gravity. Some of you could be having lower back pain. Some of you could be having knee pain. Right? Okay. Some of you have foot pain. Some of you need to like do foot massage, or some of you need to soak your feet, like that type of thing. You need to roll your feet out. It's good to have a spiky ball. It's also really good to have like a golf ball, you know, if you will. I have like a reflexology mat that I stand on, right? Crazy. But the Ten of Wands is also talking about how you need to take care of some of the responsibilities, or you need to take some of the responsibility off of yourself and put it on someone else. Or just take some of it off of yourself. Stop feeling guilty about whatever it is, you know. Stop feeling the guilt. Let go of it. And then the Three of Cups is saying once you let go of the guilt, you're going to experience some emotional satisfaction that is going to lead you to a place of feeling content more than you have been, right? But you have to be willing to let go of some part of yourself that is really, frankly, obsolete, right? I guess. But it's also, what are you developing? What are you gonna develop, right? That's gonna last a lifetime that you can be proud of. You know? Thank you so much. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. It's Providence Tarot there. And my personal account is NYC Kendrick. If you want to book a personal reading, email me at providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. Or you can just hit me up in the DMs on IG. Bye.